It's soul destroying. I've worked 32 years. I worked from the day I left school and, full time. And to come to this.
I've lost £64 each week, and that normally obviously goes on my son. It normally goes nappies, wipes, food, gas and electric and whatever else he may need.
They've absolutely unfairly stopped people's benefits on a really quite incredible scale in order to chase profits.
Over the summer, hundreds of parents claimed their tax credits were suddenly stopped by mistake. They say it happened after an American company called Concentrix reviewed their situation as part of a government drive to help reduce the benefits bill. But Concentrix is accused of basing its decisions on totally inaccurate information.
Basically, they was accusing me of being married to a 74-year-old bloke that used to live here way before I did, saying that it's a normal thing for my kind of age and it's my sort of behaviour.
74?
He was 74.
But you were only
19.
They seriously thought you were married to a 74-year-old?
They thought I was living with him. And they also stated that I was married to him. They didn't say he was my partner, they didn't say any relationship, they said married to him. When I obviously spoke to the council, they said to me that he was deceased and died on the 5th of July 2016. And then they goes, well, you still need to get him to make contact with us. And I goes, well, heaven doesn't have opening hours, so what do you want me to do about that?
You'll be fine.
Tax credits make a huge difference to Sharon Scargill and her 14-year-old daughter Jessica. But after they moved house, their tax credits were stopped.
They say that I have been living here and they want me to prove otherwise since last April, living with another female. And I've got to prove that I am not living with this person.
Yet you've never heard of this person?
I've never heard of this person.
It's also claimed even when Concentrix is provided with campaigning on behalf of hundreds of families who've lost tax credits.
I've seen cases where people have tried for days and days on end and not managed to get through. It's constantly busy or you're on hold for many minutes, many hours.
I spent 59 phone calls yesterday trying to get through, and it took me an hour and 4 minutes to get through after I got past the line busy section.
Concentrix people that you speak to on the phone, if you're actually lucky to be able to speak to them, are completely and utterly disgusting. I've worked in call centres, and if I had spoken to my customers the way I have been spoken to, and I certainly know other people, an awful lot of people are having the same problems, I'd have been sacked.
If I alone have been contacted by hundreds of women, then MPs across the country will have been contacted by as many as well. Another MP raised in the House today that 12% of their caseload is currently from Concentrix issues. This is clearly a massive issue right across the country.
There's nothing really I can do now. I've tried ringing them, I've tried getting in contact. All they're doing is making me struggle financially because I can't afford to pay for the things that I need to pay for.
I think it's certainly up there with Atos and Maximus, but possibly it could be the worst failure of privatisation in the welfare state that we've seen so far.
I have got £20 to last me 2 weeks as of yesterday.
To feed you and your daughter?
To feed me and my daughter and for the bills that I'm supposed to pay and gas and electric.
That's not possible?
No. So if the electric goes out while we're speaking, I'm on an emergency.
I haven't been paid for 3 weeks from my child tax, which obviously helped me with food so I could actually provide for my child. I'm not relying on everyone else to provide for me, which isn't right. This is what I've got left, which I can't really make proper meals with that. The most I can make out of that is a sandwich.
For this to happen at the beginning of the school holidays, you know, we just haven't done anything besides doing little things that don't cost him any money. I don't live a lavish lifestyle anyway. But it's been dire.